I just wanted to know how many of the children that or young people that you work with have special educational needs and disabilities. What percentage?
That's actually a good point. Because I would say that
too many.
I would say that actual registered statemented nowadays, it's less than half, but that's only because of how the system has changed. Because now funding has been taken away from schools. A lot more of the pastoral programs have been taken away. So a lot more children that should be registered as SEN are not. Now, one of the reasons why is because a few years back, it was very hard to exclude a child that was on the SEN register. Very, very hard. Now it's very easy. Remember I said about behaviour before? So a lot of the time, these SEN children now are being excluded for behavioural issues, and it's not a behavioural issue, it's a learning issue. And because a child is frustrated and they're not being dealt with or taught correctly according to their learning needs, they get frustrated and it plays out in behaviour. Yeah? So I would say that now 3/4 of the families and children I deal with have some type of learning difficulty. Now, when you look at the prison system, which I'm sure that Ryan could even educate you in even better than what I can, it's perhaps, what, more than half of all prisoners, especially over the last, what, 5 to 10 years, have learning difficulties. So you can see how there's a ploy going on, and I'm hoping at some point...
63%, by the way.
63, oh, there you go. There you go, more than half. Yeah? So, sister, I would say 3/4 of the young people that I deal with have some type of learning difficulty. But however, according to the school system, it's not that high because they've stopped doing assessments because, number one, sometimes it is just down to money. But now it's also down to school structure and school system. And you've got to remember that there's a whole game being played. At one time, education used to mean enlightenment. Now education means economics. The reason why is because you can have 2 schools in the same geographical location, practically 5 minutes or 10 minutes apart, but yet one head teacher is on £10,000 to £20,000 more than the other head teacher. Why? Because his school is higher up on the league table. Why is it higher up on the league table? It's because he's able to play this game called off-rolling, but also keeping dual rolling at the same time. So not only do you have pupil referral units that pop up, you've also got these places now popping up called alternative provisions. That we can send young people to, who most of them have SEN needs. And we off-roll them, send them to these alternative provisions. We can keep them on dual roll, which means that we keep some of that money that travels with them. Because what, Brother Twilight, they're worth about £9,000 each student. We can keep half of that money. Also, it looks like we keep our exclusions down because we don't have to write it down as an official exclusion. But we know we have excluded them, especially when it gets to be year 10, year 11, when they're going to be doing now their GCSEs, and we need to show that the school's going to... But a lot of the times, because the parents are not educated and don't know, and a lot of the time the parents sign off on this because the head teacher will say, this is better than an exclusion.
Okay.
And it's not going to be recorded as such.
Thank you for that.